Good afternoon, everyone. This is Anne-Marie. Today is Wednesday. It is February the 27th, and this is the SPY update. Now, as you recall, in my last conversation, I said, hey, listen, a lot of people try to buy this 50 up. I think it's headed to here, but if it holds these levels and it pops up here, it's going to flatten out these VWAPs, and then all of a sudden we're going to be looking at something like this. Now, how does this compare to this? Take a look at this. What's the relative momentum here? Yeah, that'd be pretty close to zero, right? Because I am moving from here to here and then almost retracing it, and then moving from here to here and almost retracing it. In the end, I still have a lower low and a lower high. The problem is, this is one of those really ugly patterns. And let me show it to you. Oh, how you do hate these things. All right, watch this. That's what makes these things particularly difficult to trade. Actually, if we do that, it would go there. And then this one, we'd start it somewhere around here, I reckon. Or maybe not. Maybe we'd put it there. Right? Do we see that expansion event? It's widening, so it's got a megaphone space, but it's sort of upside down, right? And so we could have a blow off top. We could have a crash down to the bottom. But what makes trading in this environment more difficult in terms of follow through is we have no idea whether the new relative breakout space we're looking at, if we just choose a range, is going to end up being a higher level that just ends up collapsing, or a lower level that just ends up breaching. Okay, so what's the look at tomorrow? This is probably one of the most convoluted spaces the market's been in a while, but we can definitely see that these levels are pretty important, right? Stopping right here, this formation right up here. Let's shift this up into this noise right there. Okay, and so that's where we end the day. Going to be a big deal. Hey, listen, if we lose this tomorrow, we've already started a retracement event. We're going to come down into this relative congestion. What's the natural formation do? If we have flat VWAPs, flat moving averages, those sorts of things, we do come back to test them. That's the nature of the mathematics of being flat, right? It doesn't hyperextend itself away. It comes back to test the region. So that's what we're looking at probably for tomorrow, a little bit of a pullback action. A couple of folks really nailed it for this upside momentum. I saw the breaks to the upside, but the flat moving averages really held me back from taking some really good long trades in the broad market. Now, doesn't mean that we didn't do well in other spaces, just could have done a whole lot better. But my bias based on this flattening event made me think, you know what, relative momentum is probably weak. Gonna reverse, but it did not, just kept running. So I was always a little cautious, smaller size than I should have had, blah blah blah. All right, normally I do these videos in the morning, been doing them in the afternoon, and now what you'll be privy to is my self-analysis on occasion, because that's exactly what I do at the end of every trading day, right? Work through why it is that I made the decisions that I made, and had I the opportunity to make them again, would I be doing the same thing? All right, so what are we looking at? If we breach up over R3, we've got this wick here, and essentially another, well, it's already up there. Above this level, the 152.38, we've got a breach up into 152.82 and then back to the old high. Look at the volume that's coming in here. Listen, volume that presses. If a lot of people say, hey, you know, if the volume isn't increasing, the price is not going to be moving. That's not true at all, actually. Price is going where it's going. How well it's sustained up there, we can pretty much have a look at in terms of volume. All right, and right now we have dampening volume. We also have these extended spaces that are sitting in the DPO and the SMI, and those do have a tendency to have rollover formations associated with them. However, this is a higher low underneath here, so we have positive divergence sitting around both above and below. And when we have divergences sitting on both sides, above and below, normally have some pretty interesting market action that presses things up into new highs. All right, okie dokie then. So we've got the levels. We know that a breach above this wick going to take us here. The pullback into this relative support level may provide a bounce. Look at the congestion here. Let's paste that right here. Got a little bit of congestion right there. If it comes back, holds the level, and pops off of this 150-146, you know you've got some pretty price action on the horizon. Okay? Good luck trading tomorrow. It was a very, very interesting day. We'll see what happens tomorrow. If you're looking for trading levels, the entire site of the trading book is unlocked for the next day or so. It's been unlocked all week, actually. But, hey, go get some trading levels. See what you can do with them tomorrow. All right? Take care and have a great evening.